Jharkhand. Special mention.
धन्यवाद उपसभापति महोदय। मैं झारखंड में चल रही एक कुप्रथा के संबंध में सरकार का ध्यान आकर्षित करना चाहता हूं। झारखंड में सामाजिक कुरीति के चलते पूरे झारखंड में सामाजिक सौहार्दपूर्ण अंतर्द्वंद की स्थिति पैदा हुई है। इसे डाइन बिसाही प्रथा कहते हैं। अब इस प्रथा के अनुसार गांव में किसी महिला, वृद्ध, विधवा या अकेली महिलाओं को डाइन बिसाही घोषित किया जाता है। इस प्रकार की घटनाएं अक्सर अखबारों में छपती है, जो समाज में हम सब लोगों के लिए मर्माहत करने वाली घटना है। यह अंधविश्वास आधारित कुप्रथा है। डाइन बिसाही कुप्रथा के अंतर्गत बीमारी, मौत, फसल का खराब होना और किसी दुर्घटना का दोष लगा करके जादूगरनी बना करके महिला को सामाजिक बहिष्कार कर गाली गलौज, जबरन मुंडन, नंगा घुमाना, जमीन जायदाद हड़पना और मारपीट करना तथा अधिकांश कई जगहों पर उसके घर को पूरी तरह से जला दिया जाता है। यहाँ तक कि उनकी हत्या करके उसे जलाने का जघन्य एवं दर्दनाक कार्य किया जाता है। इसलिए सरकार से हम मांग करते हैं कि सामाजिक कुप्रथा के खिलाफ सामाजिक चेतना और सामाजिक संगठनों को एकजुट करके, साथ ही सरकार एक विशेष अभियान चला करके तथा नए नियम और कानून बना करके इस कुप्रथा को रोकने का काम करे। धन्यवाद।
Dr. M. Thambiturai, concern over coastal erosion and protection measures in Tamil Nadu.
Coastal erosion and protection measures in Tamil Nadu. I draw attention of the Government of India to the serious and escalating problem of coastal erosion in Tamil Nadu. The state has a long coastline of over 1,000 kilometers, and significant portions are experiencing rapid erosion due to the climate change, rising sea levels, cyclones, and extreme weather events. Coastal districts such as Nagapattinam, Kadalur, Thoothukudi, Ramanathapuram, and Chennai are facing continuous shoreline retreat, resulting in loss of valuable land, damage to houses, public infrastructure, and fishing harbors, and severe threats to the livelihoods of thousands of fishermen folks' families. Many vulnerable villages are witnessing displacement, saline water intrusion, and destruction of roads and community assets. Despite periodic studies and limited protective works such as sea walls and gradients, the implementation of comprehensive long-term coastal management strategies remains inadequate and uneven. I urge the Government of India to undertake a fresh scientific and district-wise vulnerability assessment, sustainability enhance financial assistance under the coastal protection schemes, expedite pending projects, and adopt nature-based solutions such as mangrove restoration and beach nourishment. A dedicated time-bound coastal resilience plan for Tamil Nadu may be formulated in coordination with the state government of Tamil Nadu. Coordinated intervention is essential to protect vulnerable communities, secure critical infrastructure, and ensure sustainable development along Tamil Nadu coastline. Thank you very much, Madam.
Shriman Rajendra Gupta, need for a national social media policy for public office holders.
Thank you, Madam Chairman. In recent years, a very disturbing trend is being witnessed. Some senior bureaucrats, including IAS and IPS officers, and even functionaries connected to the judiciary, are increasingly using personal social media platforms to publicize their official duties. Transparency in governance is important, but public office cannot become a platform for personal publicity. Today, we see officers posting dramatic videos of raids, inspections, and enforcement drive on their personal handles, often with cinematic music and carefully staged visuals that project them as individual heroes. Even more worrying is that the several instances information about official action appears first on personal social media account sometime before formal government communication. Issues become even more sensitive when it concerns judicial officers and court-related functionaries. Judicial drives its authority from restraints, neutrality, and public trust. Any activity that blurs the line between institutional conduct and personal visibility risk erodes that trust. The All India Service Conduct Rule 1968 and Central Civil Services Conduct Rule 1964 was framed at the time when social media did not exist. Today, the digital landscape has changed and our regulatory frame has not kept the pace. Therefore, I urge the government to bring a clear social media policy for public officials that separate official communication from personal publicity, restricting disclosures of sensitive and sub-judice matter, and establish accountability when public office is used for personal branding. This is very, very important in the...
No, not allowed. Thank you.
Thank you.
Srimati
Jai Hind, Jai Bharat. Vande Mataram.
Demand to strengthen the medical facilities in India. Not present. Shriman Santosh Kumar P. Need for rationalizing the CIBIL score system.
Thank you, Madam Vice Chairman. Need for rationalizing the CIBIL score system. I would like to draw the attention of the government to the growing concerns regarding the rigid application of the CIBIL, Credit Information Bureau of India Limited score system, and the hardship it's causing to borrowers across the country. At present, the CIBIL score has become the most decisive criteria used by banks and financial institutions while assessing the creditworthiness of individuals. While the objective of maintaining financial discipline is important, the present system often operates as in an inflexible manner that does not adequately consider the genuine circumstances faced by borrowers. Even minor delays in repayment, technical errors, or circumstances faced or one-time financial distress caused by factors such as medical emergencies, job losses, or economic disruptions can drastically reduce an individual's CIBIL score. Once the score is adversely affected, borrowers find it extremely difficult to access credit for several years. In many cases, individuals come to know about negative entries in their credit history only after their loan applications are rejected. Errors in reporting, delays in updating repayments by financial institutions, or settlements recorded in credit reports continue to affect borrowers long after the issue has been resolved. This situation particularly affects small entrepreneurs, MSME operators, farmers, and middle-class households who depend heavily on institutional credit for their livelihoods, education, housing, and small business. In this context, there is an urgent need to rationalize the current framework governing credit scores. I urge the government to consider introducing greater flexibility in evaluating borrowers, ensuring quick correction of errors, and establishing a transparent grievance redressal mechanism. Thank you.
Dr. V. Sivadasan, concern over vacancies in central universities and research institutions.
Respected Chair, concern over vacancies in central universities and research institutions. There is a need to take special measures to ensure that the vacancies in teaching and research positions in institutions of higher education across the country are filled up in time-bound manner. Central universities and national research institutions play a crucial role in advancing knowledge, promoting innovation, and ensuring quality higher education. However, a large number of posts in these institutions remain unfilled for long periods. Data of recent years indicate that more than 1/4 of the sanctioned faculty positions in central universities are vacant. Similarly, several research institutions functioning under different central universities also face shortage of scientists, researchers, and technical staff. Such vacancies adversely affect the quality of teaching, increase the workload of existing faculty, and limit the ability of institutions to undertake high-quality research. Delay in recruitment also impacts students as departments often rely on temporary or contractual arrangements instead of regular faculty. This situation can weaken academic mentoring, research guidance, and the overall learning environment. Given the importance of higher education in national development, there is a need for a time-bound and transparent recruitment process to fill all sanctioned positions in central universities and research institutions. Ensuring proper recruitment to faculty positions, observing reservation rules properly, will help improve academic standards, enhance research outputs, and ensure that India's higher education system is stable to meet the aspirations of students and researchers across the country. I urge the government to take into it. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Shriman P. Wilson, concern over implementation of reservation and roster system in government recruitments.
Thank you, Vice Chairman, Madam. This is about concern over implementation of reservation and roster system in government recruitments. Reservation in union government recruitments mandate 15% for scheduled caste, 7.5% for scheduled tribe, and 27% for other backward classes. However, in Group A post, the scheduled caste communities hold 14.2%, scheduled tribe communities hold 6.5%, and other backward classes only 19.14%. In Group B, the figures are 16.2% for the scheduled caste, 7.63% for scheduled tribes, and 21.95% for the other backward classes. At the same time, more than 66% of sanitation workers in Group C post belongs to scheduled caste, scheduled tribe, and OBC communities, reflecting their continued concentration in the lowest rungs of public employment. The situation in premier institutions is equally unsatisfactory. According to the RTI responses, from 21 IITs and 13 IIMs, representations of reserved community among faculty is extremely low. Across IITs, only 11.2% of other backward classes, 6% of scheduled caste, and 1.6% of scheduled tribe faculty are present. Across IIMs, the figures are 9.6% of other backward classes, 5% of scheduled caste, and 1% of scheduled tribes. In some institutions, the general category exceeds 90%, and in one IIM, there is not even a single scheduled caste or scheduled tribe faculty member. Further, the Department of Personal Training roster system of 1997 and its 2019 modification allocates the first point in cadres to the unreserved category. This creates a structural flaw when departments have fewer than 13 posts. First few positions go to the unreserved category, effectively bypassing the reservation. I therefore urge the government to rectify the flawed roster system and fill up the vacancies meant for the marginalized communities. Ensure that the public institutions truly reflects India's social diversity. Thank you, Chairman.
Shriman Pramod Tiwari, concern over child mortality rate in Uttar Pradesh.
उत्तर प्रदेश में बाल मृत्यु दर के मामले में देश के दूसरे स्थान पर होने की एक गंभीर तस्वीर पेश करता है। केंद्रीय स्वास्थ्य एवं परिवार कल्याण मंत्रालय द्वारा जारी 2024-25 की वार्षिक स्वास्थ्य रिपोर्ट के अनुसार उत्तर प्रदेश में जन्म लेने वाले 1000 बच्चों में से 43 बच्चे अपना 5वें जन्मदिन से पहले ही मर जाते हैं। वर्तमान शिशु मृत्यु दर IMR प्रति 1000 जीवित जन्मों पर 38, जबकि नवजात मृत्यु दर 28 है। यह देश के औसत IMR 28 और NMR 20 से कहीं अधिक है। रिपोर्ट में ये भी बताया गया है कि संस्थागत प्रसव के मामले में उत्तर प्रदेश कुछ कम प्रदर्शन करने वाले राज्यों एलपीएस में से एक है। उत्तर प्रदेश में खासकर ग्रामीण इलाकों में संस्थागत प्रसव की कमी के कारण घर पर प्रसव अभी भी प्रचलित है। जिन जिलों में पर्याप्त मात्र देखभाल इकाइयों का अभाव है उनमें भदोही, कन्नौज, कासगंज शामिल हैं। उत्तर प्रदेश में दूरदराज और वंचित क्षेत्रों में स्वास्थ्य सेवा की पहुंच का अभाव है। मात्र मृत्यु दर एमएमआर के मामले में भी राज्य का प्रदर्शन संतोषजनक नहीं है। नमूना पंजीकरण प्रणाली 2018-20 के अनुसार उत्तर प्रदेश में एमएमआर 167 प्रति लाख जीवित जन्म है, जबकि वर्तमान राष्ट्रीय औसत सिर्फ 97 लाख जीवित व्यक्ति है। मैं सरकार से आग्रह करता हूं कि वह एक बहुक्षेत्रीय दृष्टिकोण अपनाए, जिसमें महिला शिक्षा और पोषण पर जोर दिया जाए और गर्भावस्था और प्रसव के दौरान से स्वास्थ्य सेवाओं को उपयोग को बढ़ाया जाए। धन्यवाद।
Shriman Ramjilal Suman, concerned over the mismanagement and irregularities prevailing in the Gandhi Ashrams across the country.
Madam Chairman, concern over the mismanagement and irregularities prevailing in the Gandhi Ashrams across the country. महोदया, देश में गांधी आश्रम संस्थाएं कुप्रबंधन के कारण लगातार दयनीय स्थिति में पहुंची जा रही हैं। आर्थिक संसाधनों के दुरुपयोग और वित्तीय अवस्था के चलते अनेक गांधी आश्रम बंद होने के कगार पर खड़े हैं। इसी क्रम में श्री गांधी आश्रम मातृ संस्था मेरठ कैंप एवं क्षेत्रीय श्री गांधी आश्रम मेरठ की ओर सरकार का ध्यान आकृष्ट करना चाहता हूं। उक्त संस्थाओं की बहुमूल्य संपत्तियां निजी आर्थिक लाभ के उद्देश्य से लीज पर दी जा रही हैं। इस कारण गांधी आश्रम की स्थिति अत्यधिक दयनीय होती जा रही है। यदि यही स्थिति बनी रही तो निकट भविष्य में इस ऐतिहासिक एवं वैचारिक धरोहर को बंद करना पड़ जाएगा। मेरी मांग है कि मेरठ सहित देश भर में संचालित गांधी आश्रमों में व्याप्त कुप्रबंधन की अव्यवस्थाओं को तत्काल दूर किया जाए। साथ ही गांधी आश्रमों की संपत्ति को लीज पर देने, उनके दुरुपयोग तथा अनियमित लेन देन की उच्च स्तरीय जांच कराई जाए और दोषियों के विरुद्ध अविलंब कठोर कार्रवाई सुनिश्चित की जाए, ताकि गांधी आश्रमों की गरिमा, उद्देश्य और संपत्तियों की रक्षा की जा सके। धन्यवाद।
Shriman Shakti Singh Gohil, demand for a direct train from Bhavnagar to Delhi.
धन्यवाद महोदया। भावनगर वेस्टर्न रेलवे का एक डिवीजन है और गुजरात के सौराष्ट्र का मुख्य शहर है। एशिया का सबसे बड़ा शिप ब्रेकिंग यार्ड और जैनों की बहुत बड़ी तीर्थभूमि पालिताना इसी भावनगर डिस्ट्रिक्ट के अंदर आते हैं। भावनगर से दिल्ली के लिए एक भी डायरेक्ट ट्रेन अभी नहीं चल रही है। भावनगर का एयरपोर्ट भी पूरी तरह से बंद है और भावनगर से कोई फ्लाइट अभी नहीं चल रही है। भावनगर से डायरेक्ट दिल्ली जाने वाले काफी यात्रियों को इसके चलते बहुत बड़ी परेशानी का सामना करना पड़ रहा है। भावनगर से अयोध्या और अयोध्या से भावनगर ट्रेन नंबर 19201 और 19202 चलती है। ये ट्रेन की पूरी रैक हफ्ते में 4 दिन किसी भी काम के बगैर आइडियली यहीं पे भावनगर में पड़ी रहती है। इस रैक को दिल्ली के लिए भावनगर से कम हफ्ते में 1 दिन के लिए आसानी से चलाया जा सकता है। भावनगर से दिल्ली की यह सुविधा देने में ना किसी अतिरिक्त ट्रेन की रैक की जरूरत है और ना किसी और चीज की जरूरत है। जो हफ्ते में 4 दिन आइडियल पड़ी रही हुई रैक है, उसी से भावनगर और दिल्ली के बीच में हफ्ते में 1 बार सीधी ट्रेन की सुविधा मिल सकती है। अतः मेरा सरकार से अनुरोध है कि सरकार भावनगर से दिल्ली के लिए एक डायरेक्ट ट्रेन की सेवा तुरंत शुरू करे। धन्यवाद।
Shriman Sanjay Raut, not present. Shriman Mastan Rao Yadav Bida, demand for disclosure and monitoring of OBC representation in senior management of public sector banks.
Thank you, Honorable Chairperson, Madam. I seek to raise the matter of representation of other backward classes, that is OBCs, in senior and leadership positions in public sector banks, PSBs, in the light of the Department of Financial Services, that is the DFS Annual Report 2025-26. Public sector banks as public institutions are expected to reflect the constitutional principles of equality, inclusion, and social justice at decision-making levels. The DFS Annual Report 2025-26 states that from 1st of April 2025, the sanctioned strength of senior management cadres, that is assistant general managers, deputy general managers, and chief general managers, has been increased to strengthen the governance and operational efficiency. However, the report doesn't provide bank-wise or cadre-wise data on the social category composition of officers, particularly OBCs. Without such information, it is difficult to assess whether the expansion of senior posts has ensured equitable representation. Further, there is no consolidated data on promotion to scale 4 and above since 2021, including the number of officers belonging to the OBC category. Similarly, appointments of managing directors, chief executive officers, and executive directors are listed without indicating their social category profile. Therefore, I urge the government to direct the DFS in coordination with the Reserve Bank of India, the Ministry of Social Justice and Empowerment, and the National Commission for Backward Classes to publish bank-wise data on senior posts with social category breakup, disclose promotional statistics, ensure OBC representation in selection panels, and strengthen reservation monitoring mechanisms in all public sector banks. Thank you, Madam.
Srimati Sulata Deo, demand to strengthen the medical facilities in India.
Jai Sri Jagannath. Thank you so much, Vice Chairman, Madam. My subject is demand to strengthen the medical facilities in India. Honorable Madam, with your kind permission, I rise to highlight a matter of urgent national concern: the severe shortage of beds, doctors, and critical care facilities in government hospitals across the country. Sir, the institutions such as AIIMS, Delhi, RML Hospital, and AIIMS Bhubaneswar are overburdened with patients coming not only their respective cities from the neighboring states as well. Poor and middle-class families travel long distance in the hope of affordable treatment. However, due to limited bed capacity, shortage of special doctors, and overcrowded emergency wards, many patients are forced to wait for hours and even days for admission. So, Madam, this situation is extremely alarming. In several cases, patients lose their lives due to delay in treatment or non-availability of ICU beds and essential facilities. Families are left helpless, running from one hospital to another in search for a vacant bed. Those who cannot afford private hospitals suffer the most. The growing population and rising diseases burden demand urgent expansion of healthcare infrastructure. There is a need to increase bed strength, fill vacant posts of doctors and paramedical staffs, upgrade district hospitals, and strengthen primary and secondary healthcare systems to reduce pressure on tertiary institutions. Sir, healthcare is not a privilege but basic necessity. I urge the government to take immediate and time-bound measures to ensure that no citizen lose his or her life due to lack of admission or medical care. Thank you. Bande Utkal Jal.
The House stands adjourned to meet at 11 a.m. on Wednesday, the 11th March 2026.